Once upon a time, there were 3 little pigs who left home to build houses of their own. The first little pig built his house out of straw. It was quick and easy, but not strong. The second little pig built his house with sticks. It was a little stronger, but still weak. The third little pig worked hard and built a strong house with bricks. It took time, but it was sturdy and safe. One day, a big bad wolf came to the straw house. Little pig, let me come in," he said. "Not by the hair of my chin," said the pig. So the wolf huffed, and he puffed, and he blew the straw house down. The first pig ran to the second pig's stick house. The wolf followed and shouted again, little pigs, let me come in." "Not by the hair of our chinny-chin-chins," they replied. The wolf huffed and puffed and blew the stick house down too. Both pigs ran to their brother's brick house. The wolf came once more and shouted, "Let me come in." But the third pig replied bravely, "Not by the hair of our chinny-chin-chins." The wolf huffed and he puffed some more. But he could not blow the brick house down. Tired and defeated, the wolf went away. The 3 little pigs lived happily and safely in the brick house. The end. Once upon a time in a faraway land, there were 3 little pigs who lived with their mother. One day, their mother said, "My dear pigs, it's time for you to leave home and build your own houses." The 3 little pigs thanked their mother and set off to find suitable spots to build their houses. The first little pig soon found a nice and cozy-looking house made of straw. "This will make a fine house," he said, and started to build. Meanwhile, the second little pig continued his search and soon came across a house made of sticks. "This will be an even better house," he thought, and began to build. The third little pig walked a bit further and found a beautiful house made of bricks. "I'll make the best house of all," he said, and started to work. Soon the first little pig finished his house of straw and was just in time to see the second little pig finishing his house of sticks. My, we certainly build our houses fast," said the first little pig. Just then, along came a hungry wolf who had been watching them. "I could have built a better house with that straw," he said. And with a huff and a puff, he blew the house down. The little pig ran as fast as he could to his brother's house. When the wolf arrived, the second little pig said, "Don't look down on my house just because it's made of sticks. It's sturdy and strong." But the wolf just laughed and with one big huff, blew the house down. Both pigs ran to their youngest brother's house and barely made it in time. The wolf was hot on their trail and he started to blow down the brick house. But no matter how hard he tried, he could not blow the house down. Finally, he gave up and ran away. The 3 little pigs were very happy to be safe inside their sturdy brick house. They learned that with hard work and dedication, they could achieve anything they set their minds to. And they lived happily ever after. The end. Once upon a time, not too long ago, deep in the woods, there were 3 little pigs who lived with their mother, but they were getting a little bit too old to live with their mother. So each pig decided to build their own house and move out. The first little pig was a little lazy. He didn't want to work very hard at all. So he built his house out of straw. It was very quick to build, and soon he had a nice little straw house all to himself. He was very proud of it, even though it wasn't very strong. The second pig worked a little harder than his brother. He gathered sticks and built his house a little stronger than the first pig's straw house. But still, it wasn't a very safe or sturdy house. But the third little pig, he worked really hard. He didn't stop to rest, and he didn't cut any corners. He laid each brick carefully and made sure that the mortar was strong between them. And when he finished his house, it was big and strong and safe. Well, one day a big bad wolf came along. He smelled the pigs in the houses, and he thought to himself, "I bet I can blow those houses down and make a nice pork dinner for myself." So he went to the first little pig's house made of straw, and he huffed and he puffed and he blew the house down. The first pig ran for his life, and he ran as fast as he could to his brother's house made of sticks. The wolf was hot on his trail, and after he huffed and he puffed, he blew the house down too. Both pigs now ran for their lives to the third pig's brick house. They pounded on the door and yelled, "Let us in, brother pig, let us in." But the third pig was a little annoyed that they had woken him up, and he yelled back, "No, you two lazy pigs build weak houses out of straw and sticks. I had to work hard to build my house out of bricks, and I don't want you to come in here and destroy my house." 2. The pigs begged and pleaded with him, but he just wouldn't budge. Finally, he opened the door just a crack, and the 2 pigs slipped inside just as the wolf was huffing and puffing and trying to blow the brick house down. The wolf huffed and he puffed, and he huffed and he puffed again, but he could not blow the house down. No matter how hard he tried, the house just stood strong. The 3 pigs had barely escaped with their lives. If they had listened to their brother and worked hard building their houses, they would have all been safe. But because they hadn't, 2 of the pigs had to run for their lives. The 3 pigs stayed in the brick house for the rest of their days, and the wolf never bothered them again. He learned his lesson that day and realized that if you huff and puff and blow houses down, it's better to do it with a strong house made of bricks. And that, my little friends, is the story of the 3 little pigs. Now, what did you learn from this story? Well, I learned that if you work hard and you're patient, then your house won't blow down, and you won't have to run away as fast as you can. But I'll ask you, what did you learn?